Hello, my name is Norman. When I was a child, I had a number of small aliens appear at the end of my bed. And when I was all grown up and I was just about to start my new job as a librarian, an alien appeared at the bottom of my bed again, and it spoke to me in English telepathically. And of course I wasn't wearing my alien telepathic alien protection headgear at the time, so I could hear him quite clearly. I'm not going to tell you what he said, of course, because it's a complete fabrication. Just as I suspect is Gary Nolan's story about aliens at the bottom of the bed when he was a kid, and an alien visiting him as an adult just as he was starting his new job as a professor. What would make Norman's story more or less believable than Gary Nolan's story? That's what you've got to ask, isn't it? You know, what the identical stories, why would you believe one and not the other? Now, I've been having a bit of a look around, and you know, the UFO ET stuff is drying up. I said it last week, it's on a bit of a, you know, it's falling apart at the seams. You've got the fanboys desperately trying to keep it all going. Well, it's all a truth embargo. Complete nonsense, of course. No one can present any tangible evidence of ET visiting here. Now, Danny Sheehan apparently is going to be presenting some close encounters witnesses. Now, as I pointed out before, and I think as Norman clearly demonstrated, close encounter witnesses are not worth a carrot. Anybody can make up a fanciful yarn. You know, I could make up a convincing fanciful yarn. If the one the other day wasn't convincing enough, I could make up one that's really convincing. Without any tangible evidence, it's a science fiction story, isn't it? Anybody can do it. You know, if Norman can do it, anybody can, let's face it. With the alien telepathy protection device. It's not really a helmet, is it? That had a bacon and egg toasty. That was wrapped around a bacon and egg toasty. During the week we had a meeting and someone put breakfast on, so I thought, woohoo! I am not going to put that tinfoil in the bin. I know just what to do with that. And of course you've just seen Norman. Now, Danny Sheehan, of course, wasting his time. Doesn't matter how many witnesses he stands up to tell their UFO ET stories. It's all without tangible evidence. It's a complete and utter waste of time. Doesn't matter how many witnesses you've got. Now, this is only going to be a short one, because I've looked at a couple of the channels, 2 or 3 of the channels that I look at during the week, and they're running out of steam, really. I mean, that one I said that was more impressive than the others is clutching at straws. You know, these people are trying to put out videos every day, and of course it doesn't take very long to run out of material. Now, I can't remember which channel I saw this on, but some guy was being interviewed, and he said, oh yeah, we're trying to create a warp drive, and he held up a couple of printed circuit boards with fractal antennas. Now, a fractal antenna has to comply with certain geometric rules, and it didn't look to me like these did. Anyway, he said you get two of these antennas together and they create a warp field. They create a warp field, you know. They don't, of course, you know. And a lot of these people that do this sort of thing, oh, we're developing a warp drive, you know, we're free energy device, and they'll come up with a lot of terms that are used in radio, ham radio, or radio engineering, like resonance, you know. They love that word, resonance. Phase. They love phase shifting things, you know. And, you know, this is all real in the world of radio, but in the world of warp drive, no. In the world of free energy, no. And I think I might have left a comment to the effect that, you know, this guy's probably got a fractal antenna in his apartment, because every mobile phone has a fractal antenna in it. Now, if you've got a mobile phone, it's got a fractal antenna in it. Do you really think anyone's going to let you hold a fractal antenna up against your head if it's going to create a warp in the space-time continuum? I mean, it could suck your brain into it, couldn't it, really? Assuming you had one. But these people that are peddling this, we can generate warp bubbles with RF, with radio frequency energy and fractal antennas, put them in the same basket as the free energy people, which is the waste paper basket. They're always on the cusp of getting a proof of concept. They just need another $1 million. We're nearly there. And this goes on for year after year, decade after decade. We're so close. We just need, another $1 million. And of course, it's all a con. None of this is real. It's just bamboozling non-technical people with some technical terms and a few props. A few little antennas, signal generator, whatever. It's not real. So don't waste your time with that nonsense. So what's coming? As far as disclosure goes, absolutely nothing, of course. Ross Coulthard, Danny Sheehan, probably Jeremy Corbell, George Knapp, they're going to be beating the drum. Steve Bassett, truth embargo, it's all real. We just can't produce any evidence. They won't let us show you the evidence. No, they're just trying to keep their little industry going, keep the money for the appearance fees, the books, the television programs coming in. That's all it is. It's complete and utter rubbish. I've said it before, there isn't going to be any disclosure unless SETI find them out in the galaxy or out in the universe, or they land on the White House lawn. Forget about it. It's never, ever going to happen. They're not coming here. So there's nothing to disclose. Well, I think that's about it. It's only a quick one this week. Did I leave anything out? Fractal antennas, yeah. Norman's story, which is identical to Gary Nolan's story. Why would one be true and the other one not? That's it. If you've struggled through the video all the way to this point, as always, many thanks for watching. Maybe I'll catch you again.